Greetings, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. My name is Tom Poland, joined today by Brett Jarman. Brett, g'day, sir. I can say that to a fellow Australian. Welcome. Where are you hanging out?
Good morning, Tom. I'm in just down the coast from you in Byron Bay.
Beautiful, Bellacious, I think I called it, Byron Bay. One of the best places in Australia to live. And for those of you who don't know Byron, it is also one of the best places to see whales swimming by because it juts out a bit into the Pacific there. Back on track, Brett. For those of you who don't know Brett, he's a business strategist. He's founder of Help Me Leverage, providing training and coaching for business, and the founder of Experts on Air, a podcast production agency. Fantastic. So Brett, our subject today, what I want to grill you on is how to stop being the best kept secret and start earning the rewards you deserve. I'm going to show folks how to do that in just 7 minutes. Our time starts now. Question number one, who is your ideal client?
So my ideal client, Tom, they're business owners or leaders who usually they're selling their expertise. Often they'll be a consultant or a coach, someone providing professional services, and increasingly over recent months and years, they might be an executive who's looking to expand, build their personal brand, and maybe start a portfolio career.
Interesting. So that leads us nicely, I think, to question number two, which is tell us a bit more about the problem you solve for them. 6.5 minutes left.
Right, okay. So what I do, Tom, is I help them stop being the best kept secret. And I know that's a term that you use quite a lot. So I don't have to explain to you or your listeners what that is. And so I help them stand out from the crowd and to claim their authority in the marketplace. Now, the thing is that the vast majority of people who they're selling their expertise, they struggle to stand out from the crowd. And what they tend to do is they rely on features and benefits of their offering. And the problem with doing that is that features and benefits, they can always be beaten. Competitors can always either match or beat them. And so you're better off to rely on your reputation, build trust in the market than rely on features and benefits. And that's one of the secrets to helping yourself stand out.
Very interesting. That's a fresh perspective on the issue of standing out. So let's go to questions 3, and we've got 5.5 minutes left. What are some of the typical symptoms that people are going to be experiencing in their life or their business that will kind of give them a heads up that they need what you've got?
Right. There are many, Tom, and we could probably go for 70 minutes rather than 7, but I'll cut it down. So one of the first symptoms is irregular cash flow. And most consultants or coaches, they'll go through what they call the feast or famine. They're either got a whole bunch of work or they've got nothing happening. And obviously cash flow changes according to that. And one of the reasons for that is that they're not marketing while they're working. Second system is that they're having to compete on price or negotiate price with the clients. Once you're established and once you've claimed your authority, you tend to name your price. And you're no longer curious about what others are charging and trying to adjust your price accordingly based on what you think the market perceives. Right. And once you've claimed your authority, you tend to price yourself based on the value that you give rather than time or rather than what your competitors are doing. And you also attract customers who they're expecting to pay a premium for you. And not only expecting to pay it, but they're actually willing to pay it because they know they're going to get better value for money. Okay. Third symptom is they're probably either getting no referrals or they're only getting what I call first-degree referrals. So that means they're getting referrals from immediate customers. Once they've claimed their authority and stopped being the best kept secret, they tend to get referrals from people who have never even worked with them. And so those are referrals based on reputation.
Perfect.
So that's another symptom. And then probably the fourth most important system is they find that they're often busy working on tasks that don't actually move the needle in their business. Right. It might be redoing the website yet again, or updating their logo, working on that book that they've promised themselves for months or years that they're going to create, and maybe being distracted by the latest and greatest marketing techniques because they think that's going to be the secret to helping them break through. And they do all this stuff with the best of intentions, Tom. They don't even think that they're avoiding the real work, but it's just one of the underlying symptoms of kind of being at that best kept secret level.
Thank you, sir. So it's 3 minutes left. What are some of the common mistakes that people make when they're trying to solve that best kept secret problem? Maybe just a couple so people can get a bit of an idea. Yeah, I kind of done that.
Got it. Okay. So there's relying on the features and benefits, which I mentioned earlier.
Right.
Another one is that they don't think they have time to market themselves.
Uh-huh.
And the truth is they don't actually need time. They need a system. They need a good process. And that's something that you've mastered very well, through your podcast. And I know through the process of signing up for this interview, you've got very good processes in place. And a lot of people think, oh no, I don't have time to do the marketing. That's not the issue at all.
Right.
A lot of them think that my work should speak for itself. I do good work. And in a lot of cases, their work is excellent, but that work does not speak for itself. 20 years ago, when I first started as a consultant, it did actually work for itself because there wasn't all this kind of white noise going on.
Right.
And now people are just bombarded with information. And even if your work could speak for itself, no one would actually hear it because we're just constantly getting bombarded with messages. So you do just need to be a bit more proactive. And probably the last one, there are more that I could go into, is comparing themselves with their competitors in the market rather than comparing themselves with the people that they want to serve. When you compare yourself with others that you look up to, the people who are wanting to look up to you, they tend to get left behind because they don't know what you can offer. So, so that's just a few of the mistakes that people
Thank
make.
you. 90 seconds left, 3 questions to go. One valuable free action that you could recommend someone takes, just going to take them a step in the right direction.
Right. Well, funnily enough, this might sound bold, Tom, but I would say start a podcast. Now, we'll put the emphasis on the word free there. People don't realize that you can actually start a podcast for absolutely no cost.
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but I just want to make that point because people overestimate the amount of work that goes into creating a podcast. And if someone was really eager and determined, they could jump on Google now.
Interesting.
And quite honestly, within 24 hours, they could have a podcast launched at no cost.
Right.
There's that much information out there. There are that many free providers that could support them in that.
Thank you. 40 seconds left. Sorry to jump in.
That's all right.
Question number 6. I'm going to focus the answer just for the sake of time. One valuable free resource, folks, go to brettjarman.com/angle. That's BRETTJARM for Mary, A for Nigel, AN for Nigel.com/angle. Go there and get more information about this because it's going to make you go from invisible to invincible. 20 seconds left. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't, Brett?
So that question probably, Tom, would be why are people so reluctant to promote themselves? And my very short answer to that is we're driven by subconscious programming, which relates way back to our childhood. So I could expand on that a lot more.
Perfect.
But given the time, we'll just leave them hanging with that.
Thanks, Brett. Appreciate that. Great interview.
Oh, spot on.
Cheers. Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.